ladies and gentlemen, the Raiders are not losing the game at all the rest of the year. It is Coach Rich Bisaccia that is going to have a 13-3 record as interim head coach to end the season, because that is going to have everything to do with the score of the talk rule game before the talk call even happened. The Raiders were up 13-3 in the third quarter. At the start of the fourth quarter, they were up 13-3. This is why Bisaccia is going to have a 13-3 record as the head coach. He will coach a total of 16 games this year. Rich Bisaccia is born June the 6th month on the third day of 1960, which 1960 is 16, and then 16 reduces down to 7. So Rich Bisaccia is a 16-7 life path. He will be coaching 16 games this year. He will win a total of 13 games to win the Super Bowl, because LA and Al Davis have Gematria 13. The journey began at Dallas. Dallas is Gematria 13. The Raiders' last title was over at LA. Now notice that the Raiders would have a 12-3 record in entering the Super Bowl. Notice in Gematria how his position as special teams coach has Gematria of 123. Notice how Indianapolis is Gematria of 123. The Raiders were closest to winning the Super Bowl right before Derek Carr suffered a broken fibula injury during the year 2016. At that point in time, once I go to the list of seasons, I'm going to show you exactly how this ties in the fibula injury of Derek Carr to the 12-3 coaching record of Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coach, entering the Super Bowl. Because, obviously, he did not play in the playoffs at all. They won the game. They were 12-3, and then they lost the season finale without Derek Carr. So 17 wins there since the fibula injury, 25. And right as the Raiders are 5-5 before the Dallas game, his fibula injury, they won a total of 30 games since that time. And this was before the Cowboys, and obviously it is the Colts that hurt his fibula. So how many wins would he win since that fibula injury? Well, we have 30 right now. We've got 30 right now. And the Raiders are going to win a total of 11 games. They're going to win 11 consecutive games to end the season. Derek Carr's 41st win since that time, since the fibula injury, will be in the Super Bowl, because it's Super Bowl that has Gematria of 41. The Raiders will win 11 consecutive games to end the season. Al Davis died in the year 11. Al Davis, born July the 4th. Tom Brady, 7-4 in the Super Bowl. Al Davis, born in the year 29. The Raiders are going to be in the wild card round. The 29th win in the postseason is going to be in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, and the Raiders will absolutely be wearing black in that Super Bowl, because black is Gematria 29, Bisaccia is Gematria 29. It is the Raiders that are going to win their 11th consecutive game in the Super Bowl wearing black this time around, because obviously the Raiders wore white during Super Bowl 37 during the first matchup against John Gruden in Super Bowl 37. Now, I want you to notice the day that the Raiders were founded. I want you to notice something. The day that the Raiders were founded. Let's start off with the Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers were established in the year 74. It is Tom Brady that's going to go 7-4 in the Super Bowl, established in the year 74. They were established on April the 24th. That is another reason why the Raiders, during their time in Las Vegas, winning 8 games last year, entering the Cowboy game with 13 wins and 13 losses in Vegas would win their 24th game in Vegas in the Super Bowl. Let's get to that fact in a second. Tampa Bay was established April the 24th, which is 6. 1947 is 21. 21 is 3. Do I have that right? 1974 is 21. That's 3. That's 6. That's 9. That's 4. That's 13. So Rich Bisaccia is going to win his 13th game as the coach against the Buccaneers. In this 12-4, Henry Ruggs, January the 24th, 1-24 is going to be a gematria trap, because the Buccaneers has gematria of 124. That's Henry Ruggs' birthday of January the 24th, but that is a trap. Rich Bisaccia wins his 13th game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, established in the year 74. First pointer, the Raiders win 11 straight games. It is because the Raiders were established on the day of the conference title games on the 30th day of the year. January is 1, 30 is 3, 1960. 1960 is 16, 16 is 7. The Raiders were established in an 11-day in numerology. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. The 1976 Raiders won Super Bowl 11. Let's continue on with the significance of the guy who forced the fumble in the first place. We're talking about Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson wears number 24. He was the guy who forced the fumble. That was a fumble. This is why I believe the Raiders' 24th win in Vegas comes in the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers, finishing the season with 11 straight wins. Charles Woodson, check out his birthday. October 10 is 1, 7, 1976 is 23, 23 is 5. He is a 13-4 life path numerology. So, yep, the Raiders will get one back in Bisaccia's 13th win as the coach. Once again, Bisaccia's 13-3 because the Raiders at one point were leading the Patriots 13-3, adding up the 16 points, adding up to Bisaccia's 16th game. There is something else that I need to talk about with Rich Bisaccia's birthday. Well, first and foremost, Jonathan Abram, notice, wears number 24 like Charles Woodson, who forced the fumble on Tom Brady. Now, Jonathan Abram absolutely is going to be forcing a fumble in the Super Bowl. He is a box-to-box coverage safety. He's going to get in there, and he is going to force a fumble on Tom Brady. Guaranteed. He's going to force a fumble, Jonathan Abram. Without a shadow of a doubt. Both these guys were number 24. The same playbook is going to happen again. He's going to force a fumble. That's what's going to happen. October is 1, 25 is 7, 1996 is 25, 25 is 7. Jonathan Abram, 15-6 life path. If the Raiders don't win every game, hey, at least this 15-6 life path numerology means that Tom Brady's 6-game winning streak is going to end against the Raiders. Because he's born in the year of the snake, 1977, which is also a 24 year. So, I'm absolutely believing the Raiders are going to be undefeated. When the Raiders win their 24th game in Las Vegas to win the Super Bowl, previously I projected one loss and the 23rd wins in Las Vegas to happen in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. Now, when we go down to the calculator, notice how it's fumble, it's payback, it's emails, it's Las Vegas, it's Brady that has gematria 23. It's the fact that Tina Tintor died at the age of 23. This was why I previously projected 15-6. But I'm going with every fucking win now. Every single win. Now, the numbers of Woodson and Jonathan Abram are going to have everything to do with the Raiders finishing the season undefeated. The 2001 Patriots finished the year with 6 straight wins and 3 straight wins in the playoffs to finish the year with 9 straight wins right after 9/11 And then the Raiders finished this season with 11 straight wins. So a 9 consecutive win, 11 win sequence for these two 5-5 teams makes the difference. And notice how the Raiders played the Cowboys on November 25th. Well, the game after 5-5, the Patriots played on November the 25th. And this was on a Sunday, and the Raiders were playing on a Thursday. Now, Tom Brady he came in, well, technically made his debut against the Lions, but Tom Brady made his debut against the New York Jets, his real debut against the New York Jets. So did Derek Carr in Week 1 of 2014. He made his NFL debut against the Jets, and that ain't no coincidence. Because New Jersey, where Derek Carr made his NFL debut as Gematria 24, it's the Jets that is Gematria 24. It is Cat, the Bengal Tiger, the Raiders at 5-5, right after losing to the Bengal Big Tiger Cats, having Gematria 24. It is Fibula that has Gematria 24. This is part of the grand scripted narrative to end up winning their 24th game in Vegas against Tom Brady in tribute to Charles Woodson, number 24, and Jonathan Abram following up with the repeat script of Charles Woodson. Notice how the Super Bowl is at Inglewood, and his name is Woodson, right? That is going to have a lot of real meaning, too. Inglewood, Charles Woodson, Eagles last beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Derek Carr, in his high school career, he's played 38 games, and the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl 38 years later. He threw 74 touchdowns. He sends Tom Brady to a 7-4 record in the Super Bowl. He's fed up. Just win, baby. That's what's going to happen right there. 38 games, 74 touchdowns, high school, 113 touchdowns in college with Fresno State. It is Los Angeles, California. That's got Gematria 113. Now, Bisaccia is going to finish the year with a 13-3 record. In tribute to this 13-3 score, it is black and silver of the Raiders that has Gematria of 133. It is Las Vegas, Nevada that has Gematria of 133. How much of a big role is Derek Carr's faith going to have in this? When we go to his personal life, Carr is a Christian, and as said, his faith is the most important thing in his life. He has tattoos on his wrist, the left citing a verse from the biblical book of Jeremiah, and the right depicting a Chiro. Book of Jeremiah in the calculator has Gematria of 133. And by the way, so does Tony Tiger. Right after the Bengal game, right after the Bengal Tiger game, Tony Tiger says it's all okay. It's all okay. The Raiders finished the year 13-3 with Coach Bisaccia. Now, this is all happening right after the Bengals. Notice how Bengals has Gematria of 24. The Raiders' 24th win in Vegas is happening in the Super Bowl right after being 5-5 after losing to the Bengals, scoring 13 points in that game. Coach Richard Bisaccia has Gematria of 93. Bisaccia would finish the regular season with a 9-3 record because I have told you guys that he is the next Bruce Arians. Bruce Arians was interim coach with the Indianapolis Colts, and he had a 9-3 record. Rich Bisaccia is also going to finish the year with a 9-3 record. Both guys, as interim coaches, would win a total of 18 games in the regular season in the interim roles. Both guys will be 9-3 as interim coaches. Now, Bisaccia at 9-3, 10-3, 11-3, then 12-3, and then 13-3. That's how the math works out. Going back to Al Davis. July the 4th, 29, Raiders were in black. 29th playoff win in the Super Bowl. Wearing black, 11 straight win. on. There's an 11th man with the death of Al Davis. Like, there were 10 men in the field, and Al Davis' spirit kept them in victory. Now, what I meant to do with Al Davis is that notice how his death is the same gematria sequence 10-8 as Inglewood. As Inglewood, California, as the Skull. It's going to be a blowout Super Bowl. They're going to absolutely destroy Tom Brady. They're going to take his skull out. This guy is dead. This guy is dead in the Super Bowl. The Raiders are going to blow out the Bucs. They're going to get one back. They're going to absolutely murder the Bucs. It is Derek Carr that's going to be the 34th quarterback to win the Super Bowl. The Raiders overcoming adversity with a special teams coach, Derek Carr, overcoming his injury against Indianapolis. This is why the Raiders with Bisaccia are going to be 12-3 and then 13-3. So the psyop of the Super Bowl is going to be the 12-4 in the gematria of the Buccaneers and Henry Ruggs' birthday of January the 24th. It's not about the 1-24. It's about the 24th day of the year. It's about the Bengals. It's about the 24 wins. Okay, so Super Bowl's gematria 131. It is Carr the Star that's got gematria 131. It is Carr versus Brady that has same gematria 50 of Inglewood, California, which the 108 and 54. Notice how Inglewood by itself, this has gematria of the widow of Al Davis, Carol Davis. Carol Davis is gematria of 104. The Raiders started 5-5. Raiders gematria 55. It's all in tribute to the Tuck game. Tuck is gematria 55. It's Davis that's got gematria 55. Let's go back to Bruce Arians' coaching bucket. Bruce Arians, at the end of the day, is going to be 8-3. It ain't going to be no Tom Brady being 8-3. The Bucs were founded in the year 74, in 1974. That's what people are not getting about this, is that this is all scripted for the Raiders to get one back for them. Now, before I get to that, Derek Carr, 121 games played. Derek Carr is going to win his 131st game is going to be a championship game. Derek Carr's 131st game is going to be the Super Bowl. Is going to be Carr the Star. Is going to be Carr versus Brady. Is going to be a championship round. I believe he finishes the year with 68 career losses. Championship is gematria 131 and 68. He's going to remain with 68 wins. Derek Carr is going to win the 54th game on the birthday, 74th birthday of Jim Plunkett. The Raiders' last championship. Their next championship at Inglewood, California. In Vegas, winning the Super Bowl 5 months and 4 days after the beginning of the season. So, Derek Carr in the schedule, 53 and 68. By finishing the year with 11 straight wins, Derek Carr's 63rd victory in his career is going to happen in the Super Bowl. He will defeat Mac Jones along the way if they end up facing the New England Patriots. He also made his debut against the New York Jets. The New York Jets has gematria of 63. His 63rd win in the NFL wins the championship when we're talking about Derek Carr. It's 11 that has gematria 63. His 63rd win could happen right after an AFC Championship game featuring Buffalo. He enters the playoffs with 59 wins, Derek Carr. Emails, fumble, payback is gematria 59. Key narratives for this Super Bowl. Very key ones. Charles Woodson, who forced the fumble on Tom Brady. The Raiders should have won. The Raiders should have been the dynasty. Charles Woodson has gematria 63. John Gruden, ousted because, hey, he's calling Goodell slurs. Born in the year 63, Roger Goodell did not want to award John Gruden the Lombardi Trophy. So Los Angeles, not a fumble. Gruden email. Raiders 5-5. Oh, they're out to get the Raiders. No, that ain't happening. Now, notice how Al Davis died at age 82. Bruce Arians' Super Bowl record, or his postseason record, is going to be 8-2. This is in tribute to Al Davis' death. He will lose the Super Bowl to be 8-3 in the playoffs because Derek Carr is Bisaccia of 83. Like what we've talked about before, the Cinderella team, the Raiders, are going to win the Super Bowl this year. The Raiders last won the championship in the 1983-1984 season. Bucs founded in the year 74. That connects to Tom Brady. City of Inglewood having Bisaccia of 83 as well. Bruce Arians losing there because the Raiders dynasty is about to be unleashed, and it also is Tony DiLorenzo that's got Bisaccia of 182 and 74. Can't make this stuff up, man. 74 as well for 74 Tom Brady, and then DiLorenzo in Inglewood, California, baby. The time has come. The time has come. It has come. It has come for Toy the Tiger to nail it. To nail this dynasty. For everyone else, too, believing in the Raiders. This is for y'all, too. The Raiders, 10-9 the postseason. Ever since the last championship in the Super Bowl against the Redskins. So 6-9 right now, 7-9, 8-9, 9-9. 10-9, Los Angeles. The Raiders' record since the Super Bowl against Washington. Their postseason record, I should say. Bucs Raiders Super Bowl matchup is Bisaccia of 82, and Bruce Arians will be going up against the next Bruce Arians because it is interim head coach that's got Bisaccia of 82, and Al Davis died at the age of 82. And if I am not mistaken, there may be something else that highly connects to the Super Bowl, a time span, I should say, of 82 days. Maybe Al Davis' death and the start of the Raider dynasty is what I needed to go about with this. I mean, this is 11 years later. Al Davis' death in 2011. It'd be 2022. I mean, this is not a coincidence at all. Just let everyone know that 18 weeks later from Al Davis' death is going to be the Super Bowl. Deshaun Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. It was Dexter Jackson. That was the Super Bowl MVP of the Super Bowl against, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or something like that. I mean... Maybe it was where I'm getting at with this is maybe the birthday of Jim Plunkett, but Al Davis, 82 years of age, his death. Arians, 8-2 in the postseason. Interim head coach is Bisaccia of 82. Bisaccia, 16-7 lifepath, keeps Brady at 7 Super Bowls. Yeah, he plays a total of 16 playoff games. So again, LA, and that's the big thing too, is that the NFC won 13 consecutive Super Bowls right after the Raiders' last championship. So very significant LA connections with the Raiders. "83 days from the beginning of the season to the birthday of Jim Plunkett, September 13th, the Raiders season opener. Yep. So not only is Derek Carr going to win his 63rd game in the Super Bowl because of the fact that New York Jets is Bisaccia 63, and what else equaled 63? The New York Jets, his NFL debut, Buffalo in the AFC Championship game, but it's also the New York native We're talking about Jones. We're talking about Zay Jones too. Now, the Raiders' 29th playoff win is going to happen to win the Super Bowl. 29 total points were scored in this game. 29 points. 29 points for a reason. The 19th playoff game since the Raiders' last title would occur in the Super Bowl. The 19th day, they played this tuck game. And then Charles Woodson won Super Bowl 45. The Raiders win 11 years later. Rich Bisaccia, born June the 3rd, that is 6-3. 63. 63 all the way. Okay, so fibula injury. We have 30 wins. We've got, it's like 17 and 25. So, 26, 27, the 27th win before Miami since the fibula injury, because it's Miami that's got Bisaccia of 27. And then the 28th win against Denver, the 29th win against, let me get this right. 29th win, then 30th win against the Eagles. 31st win against the Cowboys. 32nd win since the fibula injury against Washington. It's because Marcus Allen wore number 32. He was the Super Bowl MVP. Raiders win. Bisaccia wins 13 games as interim coach. December the 5th. 12 is 3. 5 is 5. 2021 is 5. This is 13 4-day numerology. Raiders keep on winning. Okay. So we got 30, we've got 31, 32, 33. The 33rd win against Mahomes since the fibula injury. Rather, Patrick has got Bisaccia of 33. 32nd win occurring before the Kansas City Chiefs, Bisaccia 32. Chiefs by itself is Bisaccia 32. 33rd win against Kansas City, right? 34th win against Cleveland. 35th win against Denver. 36th win against Indianapolis. The 37th win is happening against Los Angeles because Los Angeles is Bisaccia 37. Who knows if Buffalo is in the divisional round. The 38th win against New England and the Patriots. The 26th win could happen in the wild card round against the Patriots and Mac Jones. That's something to look out for. Patriots lose playoff game number 22 against Carr, by the way. 27th win either during or before Buffalo. Keep that in mind. So 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay. Click on Google quickly. Rich Bisaccia. 24th win has to happen in Las Vegas for the Raiders against the Bucs too, because it's the Bucs that has Bisaccia of 24. So 24th win can happen against the Bucs. That's super significant. Now, in regards to the 24, notice how the 1983 season was their 24th season in the NFL. So that is how they can win their 24th game in Las Vegas and not lose a game the rest of the way. The year that the Raiders were the first team, the first wild card team to win the Super Bowl, it was their 11th season in the National Football League under Tom Flores. Interesting stuff with that. The 62nd year anniversary of the Raiders' establishment in the year 60, could we see this happening against the Pegula owners and, of course, the 60 connects to the Buffalo Bills. And Josh Allen will lose again. Now, Mike Mayock, born Philadelphia. Last week against Philadelphia before the streak. Tom Brady's last Super Bowl loss against Philadelphia. Mike Mayock, August 14, 14-5, 1985 is 23. 23 is 5. Mike Mayock is 18. Lifepath. He's going to win the Raiders' first Super Bowl since Super Bowl 18. Now, he's been there as general manager. After an 18-year career in real estate. This is how this guy's winning the Super Bowl. Executive career. So 2018, 11. 31 is 4, so that's 15. 3, 18. 18, 9-day numerology. He's hired as a general manager. 36, 37th, he wins the Super Bowl in the 38th month later. It is Mike Mayock that's got gematria, or rather Michael Mayock or whatever. Mayock, Michael. Okay, Michael Mayock got gematria 56. This was disregard previous with him. Yonkers, New York. Yonkers, New York. Yonkers, New York is going to be significant too. Yonkers, New York. His 12th win would happen against the Buffalo Bills. The interim label, interim coach gematria 82. I know there's some other 82 connections to look out for here. I think I've talked about the most important ones. 24 being the big one. The connection with Derek Carr's fibula injury and just winning his 41st game in the Super Bowl since his fibula injury. Fibula is gematria 51. Tampa is gematria 51. Rams, the host, is gematria 51. Specifically, he had a broken fibula. Broken fibula. 116. Mike Mayock there since 2019. That's 7, 8, 15, 20. He's got 31 wins with the Raiders after being the GOAT in Super Bowl, the coolest gematria of 31. The 38th win since the fibula injury begins the postseason run. Pats is gematria of 11 too. Keep an eye out for that. New England Patriots is gematria of 82. Al Davis died at the age of 82. Definitely, I really like the Raiders at some point to face those guys. Now, the death of Al Davis occurred when the Raiders were 2-2 in the year 11. So they won 6 games that year. 6 games to end the year 2011. Then that's 10, 14, 17, 24, 36. Carr drafted 36 overall. After 36 a win since the death of Al Davis, Carr misses out. 42, 46, 53. Then we have 61, and the Raiders have won 66 games since the death of Al Davis, as they are 5-5, because don't forget that it is Mark Davis that is, well, he's born in the year 55, connecting the gematria Raider to Davis to the Tucker game to the Patriots starting 5-5. He's actually 66 years of age right now. That's gematria of title. And that is the gematria of, you got it, in the other calculator, Coach Richard Bisaccia in City of Glendale, not as the winner of the Super Bowl at Glendale, but rather as the defending Super Bowl champion, because Mark Davis, born on the 18th day of May, is born on the 138th day of the year. 1955, that's 20, that's 2, 9, 2, 11, 5, 16. 16-7, numerology life path, 16-game coach, Bisaccia. The rest of the year, the 21st coach of the Raiders, Richard Bisaccia. Rich wins the Super Bowl 38 years later. 29th playoff win. Raiders wearing black. 11 straight victories. Al Davis died on a 13-4-day numerology. Bisaccia wins 13 games. So, Al Davis has won 66 games, right? 67. The 68th win since Al Davis's death occurs in a championship rematch. Then 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. Then 74 and 75. And then 76, and then 77 in the Super Bowl, because 77 is the revelation number. The seven-headed beast gets slayed Tom Brady. This is what the book of Revelation's all about. It's going to happen. Absolutely. Tom Brady was 6-3 in the Super Bowl right after he left the Patriots. Another angle for Derek Carr to win his 63rd game of his career in the Super Bowl. Okay, so Al Davis' death, 66, 76, 77. Now you could say that they finished with 23 because it's Al Davis that's got too much at 23, but maybe not quite working out that way as we like. Deshaun Jackson, 24 year, 1986, which is 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. The big thing about Deshaun Jackson, signs on November the 8th of 2021, which is a 5-year. So in other words, he signs on a 24/6 day in numerology. In the Henry Ruggs incident, is 18-9 numerology of the Raiders' last Super Bowl championship. And now, if you want to say, oh, Bisaccia is going to be 12-4 and lose in the Super Bowl, I like 24 wins for the Raiders in Vegas at the time of winning the championship. Has 24 touchdowns at Alabama. His teammates were left pretty devastated. Pretty devastated. I think the key answer revolves in Tina Tintor's birthday. We're not allowed. I mean, we are not allowed. It's just 1998. It's just 1998. There ain't no day of birthday. Ah, okay. We've got the birthday now. April 8th of 1998. Which is the 98th day of the year, by the way. Which is the gematria of Mark Davis, of Champions, of City of Englewood. The City of Englewood. So, I just have to put this down quickly. April 8th of 1998. $1998, that is 27. 27 is 9. Tina is 21-3. Life Path Numerology. 21-3. And that's on the 29th birthday numerology, and that is Hollywood Park area. Hollywood is DiMaggio on 29 and 48. So Mark Davis, and then Al Davis' birthday. (21-3). That's 7-14-5 numerology. 14-5. And Al Davis, born on the 185th day of the year. Book of Revelation, Shemachi 185. I can see why this ties in the Book of Revelation. Shemachi 77, the 77th playoff win, happening in the Super Bowl against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is DiMaggio 77. I really like the Raiders to win their 77th game since the death of Al Davis, including the playoffs at that moment in time in the Super Bowl. He dies at age 82. They moved to Los Angeles in 1982. Now the Buccaneers are 10-9 right now. So the Raiders are going to be 10-9 in the playoffs after they win the Super Bowl. The Buccaneers 13-9. The Buccaneers will be 13-10 because of Tuck having Gematria of 10. Approving the move over there. The anniversary of the Super Bowl, which is 36 years ago, the team was officially declared the Las Vegas Raiders in a ceremony at Legion Stadium. Okay. Just end it right here. I mean, the main points that I've been talking about. The 77th win since the death of Al Davis. The Raiders finishing the year 13-3 with interim coach Bisaccia. Resignation is Gematria 131, and this ties into the Gematria of payback and email and fumble. Carr's 131st game, 130 games entering the Super Bowl with their last Super Bowl championship against Washington, for example. Yep. The Bengals is Gematria 93, and Bisaccia will finish the year 9-3. Really groundbreaking stuff. Really groundbreaking stuff. It really is. 24th win against the Bucs since the move to LA. 63rd. The city of Tampa is Gematria 63 too. Keep that in mind. Los Angeles County also has Gematria 63. So if the Raiders do win every game, this is exactly why. And now, if John Gruden were the coach, having won 22 games, it would have been 35 games. His 35th game, he would have won in his return against Tom Brady, but that is not what is happening right here at all. Talk rule game revenge, broken fibula injury, blowing out the Buccaneers, February 13th, 2-13.